Hello class, this is Janin. This is part 2. I just showed you in previous tutorial how to lay this out. Now we're going to spread the mortar on there. Alright, so you first got to make sure that the mortar is right consistency. I just added some water to it. See, that's pretty good there. Has to be like ice cream. So I'll set that up. And you're going to see where I set up the mortar. Has to be between here. Okay, I gotta lay it like about 2 inches away from there. Cut. String it. You probably have to do this 3 times. Maybe 4. I'll do a little more. I probably should put a little more on. Okay. Now what you want to do, you want to make sure that you're not going over that line. You're going to have to push some of that mortar away. Okay, now what you're going to do is furrow all the way across. Furrow, furrow. A little bit off. Alright, now do you see that there's still a little gap there? You might have to get a little bit of mortar from your board. Just throw a little extra on. Take a little extra, put it on there. Okay. Now you kind of see that the line already disappeared, but I know it's there, so I can move the mortar so I can still see that line. Alright. Now I'm just going to lay the bricks on there. I'll start off with a clean one on this side. So you have to use the lines as a guide. Now what you also have to do too, I have to show you how to butter the brick. So you have to butter each one. You have to put the mortar on like this. And then when you push it on, you're just kind of wiggling it until the lines all line up. Now at this point I recommend you guys just use 2 at a time. Lay 2 bricks at once. Okay, so cut this mortar off. That off a bit. Now you can kind of see I didn't put it perfectly on. Like, you can tell it's not totally level. At this point you can just make it level a little bit just to help it. So you can lightly tap one of the bricks. There you go. Now it's level. You also check to see if it's straight, which it is. Get better by eye over time. Alright, so I gotta make sure that I have a little lip here. So you got that little lip where I can rest my levels on that. Alright, so the height has to be 2 5/8. So I'm way over. Now when I'm going down to 2 and see that when I go with the measuring tape, you don't have to go all the way. Just extend to what you want it at right here. Okay. So 2 5/8. But I also got to tap on the other side too. Try to balance it out. Also, I probably got to do the same here. There, good. Alright, now the proper procedure to get all this excess mortar off. You want this one, you gotta make sure this is plumb. So use your 2-foot or your torpedo level, sorry. Well, before we do that, we should actually make sure it's level first. Sorry about that. I actually did an okay job on that. So you make sure these two are level first. Okay. Make sure it's level. Then you make it plumb. Side, just right here. Just tapping. Here, make sure it's plumb. And you gotta make sure this is plumb. The very last brick that you laid has to be plumb. Only on the front face. Because when you want this to be straight now, you're gonna use the 2-foot level. This makes sense. If this is plumb, that's plumb, that means everything else has got to get tapped in. So I just lightly tap. You're going to see that one brick's going to straighten out. There we go. Now what you do, you make sure that the distance is proper. Should be 8 inches. It's not totally 8 inches, so I got to take this trowel and knock it over a bit. There we go. It's good right there. See that I took all that mortar out? You got to cradle that off. Alright, and just double check that everything's still plumb. Should be. Yep, plumb. See, that got knocked off a little bit. So it might be a good idea before you get the plumb going that you get your distances proper. There we go. And then you just knock this brick off a bit. There you go. Once you make it all plumb, doesn't matter if it's level more because you already did that once. Okay. And then you just carry on with the next two. You lay down this one here. Of course, you got to make sure that you butter the ends. And this you'll have to demonstrate for me before you do it. And then the last one. Make sure you butter that. There we go. Now you see how much lower I am than the other two. Obviously it means I got to knock those two down, make sure it's level. And when I lay these final two, I got to make sure this is plumb, that's plumb, and then I got to make sure it's straight with your 4-foot level this time. Okay. So you got to make sure it's straight with the 4-foot level. And you have to make it level with the 4-foot level. Once you go beyond 2 bricks, you got to use the 4-foot level. Okay, and that's how you do the first course of your double lead. It's going to take some time, a little practice, you'll be able to do it.